What's up, y'all? This is Angela.
And this is Daria.
And this is Where Are My Keys?
Where they at, y'all? Ready.
Got me. All right. Hey, friend.
Hey.
How you
Good
doing?
to see you. I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm well.
Yeah.
I am well.
It's all right. It's all right. Life is lifing.
Yeah, it is. It's always life, and well, that's how we know. You know, things are moving and grooving.
Yeah. But God is guiding. Okay, He is guiding. So
say that.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, for all of it.
Yeah.
But today I'd like to talk about: is it ever time to let go of a dream?
Yes.
And take. That's the show.
Let's see. Well, listen. I don't know.
Well, I feel like if you feel passionate enough about something, there's more than one way to achieve a dream.
Absolutely.
Okay, so...
And I was just kidding, by the way. I think you should give up on your dream. Keep hope alive.
Yeah, always. But I think it's more than one way to achieve a dream. You can still work it in a different capacity. Like we've talked about before. The goal never changes, but the plan is constantly evolving.
Absolutely.
So this came from a friend of mine has this he has this goal, and it's not jiving as
the math ain't mathing.
Yeah, math ain't mathing. Yeah, so he's a little frustrated.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I imagine a lot of people on their journey hit some bumps and bruises. But when is it time to walk away?
I think probably after you've exhausted all options.
Ooh, that's good.
Because like you said, would you say the plan is always changing and evolving? And so if you try A through Z, and I mean, like you feel like you've tried everything in the book, then you might have to even, I mean, maybe not even when you've exhausted all options, but I think you kind of talk to like, take a step back, look at the bigger picture, maybe reach out to some people who are, doing some of the things that you're doing or the dream that you're trying. Because to me, it's everybody kind of does some of the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's always somebody that's done it, that's doing it, getting ready to do it or whatever. But just kind of finding a common mind of a person that's doing the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah, I think that's a very crucial piece of it is that sometimes you need perspective.
Correct.
Because if you're doing the exact same thing and it ain't working,
right, you
need to either find a different way,
right,
or just quit. Those are
just quit. It is, but I know, like you said, if it's things that you're passionate about, then you don't necessarily want to quit. And I always, I feel like I tell people this too, like, sometimes, like, we have a goal, we have a dream, we feel like it's supposed to happen tomorrow, and then when it doesn't happen tomorrow, it's like, okay, I quit. Like, it maybe ain't supposed to be. No, maybe it's just not supposed to be tomorrow. Maybe it's supposed to be 10 years from now. Maybe it's supposed to be, when you're 50 and you're in your 20s. Like, who knows? But like, if it's something that you're passionate about, and to me, the biggest key is if it's something that God gave you.
Yes.
Definitely don't let that go.
So I think the difficulties and the hurdles is a gauge on how committed you are, how vested you are in this dream.
Correct. Yeah, something that you said I wanted to do, and I've been wanting to do it since I was a kid, and whatever. And if, like you said, if whatever the path you thought you were supposed to take is not the path, then go a different way.
Yeah.
Try a different route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I think about athletes a lot in this capacity. So a lot of these professional athletes, they train and they condition for all these years since they're a kid, and one injury takes them out, and so
you do have to give up then. Like if you broke a leg or
like if you're a Tom Brady and this has been your life and you're used to winning and you're used to things working out for you and shaking out for you, when is it time to jump the track? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a personal decision, especially like for Tom Brady. So for instance, he was getting ready to retire and then he didn't. Right. I think it was a ploy to kind of get people to, tune in, but he didn't. And then now he's retired. So for whatever reason, he felt like, no, I'm not done. I need one more year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was watching, I think it was in the Shade Room, Giannis, whatever his name is, who played basketball.
I don't know that person.
Oh my gosh. He plays for Milwaukee Bucks, very, very good. And so Milwaukee Bucks, they lost in the playoffs. And so a reporter was asking him. He said, "Did you saw that?
I saw that interview.
Yeah." So he was like, "Do you feel like this season was a failure, or you failed, or something like that?" He was like, "You asked me that question. You asked me that question last year," and he was like, "No." He was like, "Michael Jordan, like, what did he say? Went to the playoffs 9 times or something, and he only won 6 championships. Would you say that, you know, he was a failure?" And he was like, what did he say? He just said it was a lot of good things. He was like, "No, it's not a failure. You continue to do the work, and then you come back." You know
what
what
kind
I'm
of
saying?
journalist is that? He's a crappy journalist. He needs to lose his freaking job.
But I mean, people do that because they want to say, like, you know, because people put when you are what's the word? Like, you're a celebrity, or you are, you know, a hero or whatever in people's eyes. And so, like, when you don't do whatever the goal is you set out to do, then it's like, well, how do you feel? Do you feel like, you know, and then you beat somebody down who already is down, but those are the questions that they ask. So it's like, you have the team on your back. You guys didn't come out with the win. What do you think about that? Do you think you failed, or do you know, whatever? But no, it doesn't. Aaliyah said it best. Come on. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again, okay? So just because you fail at something doesn't mean, like, the dream is, you know, or the goal is not going to be achieved. No, like, get back up.
Yeah, I posted on Facebook that sometimes it's not about the outcome. Sometimes it's about the experience. Sometimes it's about the knowledge gain. Sometimes it's about the journey. Sometimes it's about the people you meet along the way.
Absolutely.
And sometimes those people and those experience forces you to level up because now you have a different perspective on something that you probably wouldn't have if it shook out right the first time.
Correct. Yeah. And then the appreciation.
Yes. It's that much sweeter. You don't take it for granted.
Correct. Because if you get something that, you know, things just come to you and it's just like, what is that? What do you deserve? What do we call privilege? You know, you feel privileged. Like, okay, so this has to work and this has to, you know, so it definitely is a testament to it tests your character because what do you do when the chips are down? You know, what do you do when every obstacle hits you in the face? You know what I'm saying? Do you give up? Like, do you just throw in the towel, or do you say, okay, I'm gonna cry today, but tomorrow I'm gonna go back? Yeah, we got to change the strategy.
Yeah, or bring in some experts, bring in some mentors, bring in some new resources.
Yeah. So, and go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Well, I was telling her, I was like, you have to get people in your corner that encourage you. So if I come to you and I say, man, like you said, your friend was like, okay, I'm doing this and it's not working out. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna, you know, let go. But encouraging you, no, you know, did you say this is your dream? Did you say this is your purpose, your passion, whatever? Okay, well, let's figure out what we need to do to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I even suggested that he talk to someone who he looks up to and admires to get their perspective, not just necessarily on the goal that he had for himself, but how this person, a potential mentor, felt about coming to terms with things that didn't shake out for him, or things that he didn't pursue that he wanted to pursue. Correct.
Because that's the thing. Everybody that we look at that we potentially, in a sense, feel like has made it, has some ups and downs along the journey too.
Absolutely.
But they kept going, you know, and they figured it out. So we have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Failure is a dirty little F word. But it's on the job training is what it is.
Yeah.
And you have to anticipate failure in order to experience success.
Yeah, I agree. Because it's not always going to. Now, some things I'll take that back. Sometimes it will be a little bit easy. You know, you can just attain and, you know, get this and get that. But sometimes there will be some adversity, and you can't always want to just quit in the face of adversity. Yeah,
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah, and then make sure we were talking about, Angie brought up Damar Hamlin, the football player who, you know, went to cardiac arrest, what have you, and how he's getting ready to get back on the field. He wants to play again, which I think is amazing. But, you know, I feel like he probably had some naysayers.
Absolutely.
You know, like, oh, why would he do that again? And he had this injury, almost lost his life and what have you. But You can't have people in your corner like that, or not even people that. I mean, I ain't gonna say it was people in his corner because it could have been, but it was some outside, people that were having a conversation. But I just feel like don't listen to the naysayers that well, it didn't work. It didn't work for so and so either.
Right.
It didn't work for me
because it didn't work for them.
Yeah.
Don't dull my life because it didn't work for you, or you have no vision,
right?
Or you
decided to quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's your perception. Yeah. That's your analysis of the situation. Yeah. So you can take it and put that in your pipe and smoke it.
We talked about in our last episode. It was about fear, but I was talking about how I was trying to make a song or make a song, whatever. Mm-hmm. So when I was little, I wanted to be a singer. Like that was my dream career, right?
Did you want to be like a Beyonce, like a huge star, or you just want to sing music? Write and perform your own songs?
I don't know, because I feel like I was like in the era of like Monica and Brandy. Like those were my
the 90s
visual like superstars, you know? So they were big time. I mean, I don't know if they were like how Beyonce, like how we perceive Beyonce now. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I was looking at it in her aspect to be like as big as Beyonce. Right now, I just want to sing. Okay. I want to write. Like I would love to write for other people. You know what I mean?
Man, that would be dope. And I don't see any reason why that can't happen.
Right. So like, again, that was a childhood dream, but I'm working towards it now. And I'm 40-something years old.
That's fantastic.
So I probably gave up along the way because I just didn't think it was something that would happen. And again, I was saying in the last episode, which you'll hear if you watch, I was saying that like right now, I don't have to be a superstar now. Okay. I don't need that lights, camera, action. But if I could just sing, if I could just have a record out, just to say I had a record out,
So dope.
Yeah.
So stinking
dope. So don't give up.
Yeah. I think in cases like Beyonce or those people who are mega successful, like a Mark Cuban or I don't know, anybody that's mega successful. Right. I think that is a dream that's in their heart, and they're willing to put all the chips on the table.
They did the work, and they continue to do the work.
Yeah.
So you got to gauge yourself too, because I know, like, I lack motivation at times. You know, I don't think I'm the most disciplined person. So you know what I mean. Like, if you really, really want something, you have to me, be disciplined. You have to stay motivated, motivate yourself, even if it's looking like it's something that's not going to happen. To keep going, or get people around you that believe in you as well.
That part
to motivate you to keep going.
That part, because when you have those people who have those little seeds of doubts, and they're constantly like. Only a fraction of those people.
And you thinking like, that's me. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck my tail in and go home and think about something else to do.
Yeah, it's time to prune away those people. The year is halfway gone.
It's time to it's gonna be May.
Yes, prune away those people.
Yeah,
prune them, because a lot of times I told somebody this, and it was just an epiphany. Sometimes people will push their fears upon you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of times, in order to stay in your space, they'll use a dirty word like loyalty. Loyalty
These people ain't loyal.
They'll throw that in your face to keep you involved in some BS. Yeah, you ain't loyal?
Yeah.
And then you go out of your way to prove exactly how loyal you are.
She thinks I'm not loyal. He thinks I'm not loyal. But
he's like, yeah, you right.
She don't care. Do you feel like there's a dream that you had at some point in life that you aren't like necessarily pursuing at this time, or that you quit pursuing once and started back up?
Yeah, so I'm living my real estate is my freaking passion.
Was that always a passion?
So when my kids were little, like I'm talking about in diapers, that's the first time I was introduced to the idea.
Okay.
But initially I thought I was gonna be like a building inspector, because I gonna say it's light work, but you go into a building for maybe 30 to 60 minutes and you get this fat check.
Yeah, somebody was telling me about that too. I gotta go to school for that.
Yeah. Or you have to find somebody to mentor you. You have to be up under somebody to get so many hours. And of course I couldn't do that because the kids were so little, and plus I'm working and there was not enough time to do it. Yeah. So fast forward to Tide passing, and the social media kind of became a thing. And so now you have access to all these different resources and experts and people who are already doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
I hadn't even talked to anybody face to face before I got started.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I wanted it that bad.
Yeah.
And I wanted that life. Man, a lot of this is visualization. A lot of it is you seeing yourself in a particular place, in a particular lifestyle, with a particular set of people. That's where it starts.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw for myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So little by little.
Yeah, initially you couldn't really get into it because kids, you said they were in diapers. Okay. Do you feel like you gave up then, or it was just always like, well, when they get older, that's what I'm gonna do? It
was definitely on the back burner. Now Todd always wanted me to be an entrepreneur, so he was constantly spitting out ideas to me on things that I would do around the house. And he was like, well, you could do this and you can monetize this way. And I was like, well, right now I am trying to keep this household afloat. So there's really not a whole lot of time and space for me to invest in this. But yeah, if there is a dream, dreams don't go to your heart to die. Yeah, they don't die in your heart. It is always there. It's always just ready. It's waiting for you to take action. Yeah, whether it's a small task or whether it's a grandiose leap of faith. Yeah, it's always there, just waiting for you to move forward.
I think those grand tasks are what is hard. Yeah, because you feel like how is this gonna happen? How do I get the resource? How do I get the means? Like, so for example, there's this thing that I want to do, and just recently found out that somebody is actually doing it. They got a grant to do it, and I was just like, this is what I wanted to do. And I was just like, how do people find the things that they need? So again, I feel like, and I blame myself, like I ain't saying it's, anything else, but I feel like, I think too, because I have so much going on, so much involved, and I, like you said, like I'm trying to make sure the household stays afloat. So like if I fall off, the parts of the puzzle doesn't move together, right? Like we all, my husband, my kids, me, like it just works. Yeah. For what we do. So I have to do a little bit at a time. So I just feel like I don't have time, but I do. But I don't. You know what I mean? Because you have little moments where, like, I have little moments where I'm playing games on my phone. And that could be the time. But, like, again, you have to have the discipline. And I know that I'm not disciplined enough to do what I'm trying to do.
Do you have a planner?
No, I used to. I had one before the pandemic.
Okay. I keep one every single year. And I just jot down, like, little...
And then cross off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the purpose of, because I had so much, I was just like, okay, go, like met small victories because it's so much. But yeah, then the pandemic came, and then it was like, I was off willy-nilly. Nothing was, going according to plan. So I probably need to get one of them back. You're right. Yeah. And then I can cross off my task of things that I'm working towards for my passion, my dream.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up. I mean, even if it doesn't shake out to how you initially envision it, it could be God redirecting you to something that's more impactful, that's more fulfilling for you. I feel like sometimes that's the case. Like sometimes we want to do stuff we just not equipped to do.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't be a 300-pound. I guess you could be like Shaq O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal. You're 300 pounds playing basketball, but the likelihood is slim to nil. Yeah, but if it's something that you really feel passionate about, I don't feel like there's a need or a reason to let your dream go. Yeah.
Yeah. So the recurring theme is, no, keep going. Don't let your dream. There's not a time to.
Yeah, because you know what? If you're really passionate about it, you don't care what capacity you do it in.
And that's the thing. You have to be. There has to be passion, because if you're just trying to do stuff. Okay, I'm gonna do this today. I'm gonna be a cosmetologist today. I'm gonna be a real estate agent tomorrow. You find people that are just got their hands in everything. Yeah. To me, that ain't passion. That's just you trying to find a niche. You're trying to find something.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yes, your true dream, your true passion, keep working towards it.
Yeah. I'll give a perfect example. So, we'll say a former colleague really was passionate about basketball.
Okay.
Basketball did not work due to injuries and aging and all these other things. So they became a coach. All right. So their dream was to be a head coach.
Okay.
But because of politics and the particular organization that he participated in, he never got to be head coach.
Yeah.
But he had every resource available to him to start his own team, possibly a league, like AAU or something like that. So when I would try to speak life into this person, it was always somebody else's fault why he didn't succeed.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's nothing I can do about that.
Right.
If you don't see that for yourself, I can't make you see
right,
it.
for sure.
Yeah.
Girl. Yeah. You gotta, excuses have to go out the window.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
And I think we do tend to give a lot of excuses as to why this didn't happen and it didn't happen the way it was supposed to. It's, like you said, it's never our fault. Like, you have to take accountability.
Absolutely.
And sometimes,
1,000%.
people don't. So I always just tell people, you got to take a look in the mirror and see what it is that you may or may not be doing that's not causing the dream to happen.
Yes.
And then if you feel like you've crossed all your T's and dotted all your I's and it's still not, then it's like, okay, let me talk to somebody who might give me some insight.
Yeah, but don't ask if you ain't gonna do nothing. And I feel like
she said, don't waste nobody's time.
Exactly, including guys.
Dear Lord, it's me, Margaret. Do you hear me? Listen, that movie coming out too. Did you? Okay,
I never read it.
Girl, I did, and I liked the book. My sister liked the book. She want to go see the movie. I don't though. I just feel like, girl, I want to see this.
Why not?
She think it's gonna be funny because I just feel like, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. The Margaret movie. Yeah.
But yeah, you don't waste nobody's time.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of times we ask God for stuff and then we either don't like the answer or we're not willing to take the steps that he explicitly told us to take.
Yeah. I was gonna say that too. Like, a lot of times we feel like we get the answer, but it's not the answer that we want. So it's like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like you said, it's God's redirection. So nah, sis, not that way, or not this way, or not with this person. I need you to, go over here. But God, I wanted it with that person. You know what I mean?
Well, that ain't
right. So it's like, well, if I can't do it with this person, then I can't do it at all.
It's not gonna show up.
Oh, okay. Well, it had said something about it was gonna stop or something.
It is.
Oh, okay. Lord. Now, I guess that's the end then. God said that's it. Had a little distraction on the phone there, so.
Yeah, but I really feel like there is seldom times when it's time to let a dream go. If it's really a desire of your heart, there is a way. There is always a way, and all you need is one.
And then think about all of these people, because, I think we talked about this before with the free episode, but it's too late. I'm too old. Like, what happened? You see these 80-year-olds. Almost, somebody had posted a picture about it, like, I feel like she was in her 90s, maybe 100 or something. She was just getting married. Now, okay. So, like, listen, all the women I don't want to be 100 years old and be getting married. But maybe her dream was to one day get married or get married again. I don't know the story because I didn't read it, but like, well, who are you to tell God? Or who are you to say, not at 100, Lord?
Was that the screen grab from Amen, the show?
No. This was like, I was on social media. I feel like it's on the Shade Room. I have to go find it. Or it was somewhere, and it was like 190 something. She was some years old. She was old. She had on her wedding dress and her flowers, and she was getting married.
I heard that.
So, but what the purpose of me saying that was to say, maybe not in your 20s, maybe not in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, maybe when you're 80. Keep going.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Get it.
Don't make me.
Taking it back.
Yeah. But I love that because it gives you hope. It gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And I always say, okay, so I have a little tattoo, Grace, on my wrist. And it's because I don't need to be reminded of mercy, the things that I deserve. You know what I'm saying? I need to be reminded of the blessing that is right around the corner. As long as I keep moving forward, I'll eventually get there. I'll eventually get the right person at the right time eventually we'll get that yes.
Yeah. Cross my path.
Yeah. But we have to keep moving forward because a lot of times it's not going to come to you.
Correct.
The husband ain't going to come to you.
Right.
Unless he Amazon delivery.
He's supposed to come to you because it says he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. So he's supposed to.
But not if you at the crib.
Oh, well, yeah. You got to get out the house. He's just going to drop down. That's why you said unless he's from Amazon.
Right.
Okay. I got a package. Where this package come from?
And he like, beep, beep, hey, girl.
Or the mailman or
oh, girl,
your neighbor.
They got benefits. They got good benefits.
I'm just saying, like you said, if you don't get outside, he not gonna find you.
Girl, you better be outside gardening or something. Yeah, Miss Parker.
Hey, or I was gonna say, hey, Miss Parker.
Man,
Hilarious.
but stay
the course.
Yeah. Stay encouraged. Get you an Angie that's gonna get your little pom-poms out.
That's right.
Start speaking life into you. Yes. Yeah, but it's very important. Oh, and some great books to read if you find yourself stuck is The Year of Yes. Shonda Rhimes.
Read it because we're gonna read it together. Let me know so we can do a book club, y'all.
Yeah. Think and Grow Rich is
Think
another good
Rich.
one. Yeah, and it's not necessarily about money. It's about how you organize information. It's how you interact with people.
Yeah.
So
and that's definitely true. We talked about that like some episodes ago about your husband when he was having these small, quiet interactions with people. So much so to the point that somebody wanted to start a business with them, right? So it's like, you're going in different rooms. Like, that's why you can't have attitudes with people,
That part.
Talk down to people.
That
Like,
part.
I feel like social media, like, gonna get y'all in trouble. Because, again, like, nobody wants to work with somebody who is perceived as a nasty individual. You got a nasty mouth. You are nasty towards people. Like, you want people to work with you. Show love. My mom said it's always nice to be nice. Yeah. And that's forever stuck in my brain. So even though you might not want to, maybe you're not having a good day, maybe you can't stand the person. Kill them with kindness. Always nice to be nice. Because that very person, they always say that your enemies will be your footstool. But what if, like, you their enemy? And you end up being their footstool because of the way that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be nice because you never know who is in the room, who is on social media that can help, catapult you to where you need to go.
And two things to piggyback off what you said. Shirley Ralph said, she told a story about how Jack K was working on 227 and Kenya Burris was an intern.
Yeah.
And so fast forward all these decades later, who saw Jack K in anything recent?
Right. You know they said she was real nasty to him and go get my coffee. Just a lot of different. Because he was just volunteer. I forgot what he was doing, but I do remember.
Yeah. And so Shirley Ralph's quote, and I love this. This needs to go on the shirt. She was like, "The butt you kick on the way up is the butt you gonna kiss on the way down."
Right.
So
and I feel like Jackie Harris came out and she was just like, I don't even remember. Like,
I bet.
Didn't remember. Yeah.
I bet.
You don't. Yeah. Or you try to forget it.
You ruined yourself.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's come to that time. I know y'all hate to see us go.
We'll be back.
Maybe. Listen, follow us on all social media. Where are my keys? _my_keys with a Z. What else?
Follow me on the smaller rooms. Daria don't want to be followed, so.
At I am Daria. That's it. And then
no weirdos.
Yeah, make sure you follow, like, share for more content. Did I say comment? Make sure you comment. That helps.
Yeah, we have some exciting stuff coming up. My friend gonna be a special speaker at a retreat.
Oh, I am. Yes. I forgot. Thank you so much. I meant to mention that. So
that's what I'm here for.
One of my sorority sisters, her name is Nicole. She is putting together a retreat for women, and it's called Women Are Well. We want women to be well spiritually, mentally, physically, all of the above. So yes, I am speaking on spiritual and mental health. Yes. If you want to know more about that event, go to womenarewell.com.
Excellent.
Yes. Register.
Yeah, please do.
All right. Love y'all.
All right. Peace out.
Bye.